We are now moving ahead to the last module of this section, wherein we would be learning the fourth type, that is reason and elative ideas. So let us see what kind of a sentence could we have under this type. They were late, they missed the bus. So here again I could join it with an ing word. Being late, they missed the bus. They played well, they won the match. I could use by plus ing. By playing well, they won the match. He wanted to pass the examination. He worked hard. So here I could use to plus verb. For example, he worked hard to pass the examination. The boy was very hungry. He ate too much. So here I could use for or therefore. The boy was very hungry, therefore he ate too much. She was hungry. She ate her meal. Here I could use as, since or because. In this answer I am using as. As she was hungry, she ate her meal. We have gone through the different options that we have under reason and elative ideas. Let us see which words could we use. This is the list. We could use an ing word. We could use by plus an ing word. We could use to plus a verb. We could use for. We could use therefore. We could use as, since, because. So these were all the options. Now let us quickly memorize this as we are moving ahead to the exercise wherein we will be trying all types of sentences. So let's see what is there here. He worked diligently. He got the reward. So here I could use to plus a verb to join the sentence. He worked diligently to get his reward. To plus get, that's the verb. I was waiting outside. I was late. So here I am again giving a reason. Since I was late, I was waiting outside. We took some shelter. It was raining heavily. Again a reason. I am going to use as. We took some shelter as it was raining heavily. He worked endlessly. He wanted to achieve his goal. So here I am joining the sentence with because. He worked endlessly because he wanted to achieve his goal. Water is precious. We must conserve it. Again a reason for conserving. So I'll use therefore. Water is precious. Therefore, we must conserve it. So these were all the examples, the exercise that we could do in case of the reason and elative ideas. We are moving ahead to the last section of this topic, students, that is the exercise which includes the board questions. So this is going to be a mixture of all the types, all the four types. So the first sentence. The heart attack was mild. Mr. Bose stayed in bed for 3 weeks. So I could use after. Mr. Bose stayed in bed for 3 weeks after a mild heart attack. The men went out to see if anyone was missing. The women stayed behind to care for the injured. Here, what could I use? I could use an ing word. With the men having gone out to see if anyone was missing, the women stayed behind to care for the injured. Then, the next example. Her mother warned her not to talk to strangers. She told her not to accept gifts. I could use not only but also. Her mother warned her not only against talking to strangers, but also accepting gifts from people she did not know. The fourth one. Everyone was drenched wet by now. The rain had come down harder. I could use that. The rain had come down so hard that everyone was drenched wet by now. Let us have a look at another set of questions. Swarna asked me a question. I was unable to answer it. I could again use that. I was unable to answer the question that Swarna asked me. You helped Tanya. She will always be grateful. So which option could I use here? I could use for. Tanya will always be grateful for your help. The next type. I heard you won a prize. I'm extremely delighted. I could use to plus a verb. I'm extremely delighted to hear that you won a prize. There was heavy traffic. We reached the stadium on time. Though there was heavy traffic, we reached the stadium on time. So these were few of the examples that we've taken up from the board question to make us understand the level of questions that could be asked. We've discussed about the meanings of conjunctions, the types, the list, and we've also practiced a few sentences of all the types. So that is all for conjunctions.